we go.
From the tailgate smoke to the late night post, best cash in the game.
Raiders Coast to Coast.
Click that play, let it roll. Silver, black in my soul, got 401. Righty to Jeff, breaking plays, taking notes, that chef. Film on loop, he's stacking stats, calling out schemes, exposing gaps. When the line holds, when it don't, he said what they scared to quote. Raiders coast to coast, that's the show I trust the most. From a pay down to that post, we ride it, we ride it. Raiders coast to coast, if you bleed that silver ghost, get subscribed and raise a toast. We ride it, we ride it. LV, Rita 10, bring that flame. Live from the desert, loving this game. Stories from the stands, from the strip. Heart in the huddle every trip. They debated, never fake it. Caught a draft pick, celebrated when the shield shine bright on screen. You can hear the whole fan base scream. Let's go! Let's go. Raiders coast to coast, that's the show I trust the most. From the pay down to that post, we ride it, we ride it. Raiders coast to coast, if you bleed that silver ghost, then subscribe and raise a toast. We ride it, we ride it. The whole color Sam to the lights where we see him YouTube on. That's the spot for the real talk, real plot forward. Rid of Jeff, LV, rid of 10. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Play that episode again. Raiders coast to coast, it's the show I trust the most. From the pay down to that post, we ride it, we ride it. Raiders coast to coast, if you bleed that silver ghost, then subscribe and raise a toast. We ride it, we ride it.
Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Raiders Coast to Coast. We're finally reunited again tonight on a Thursday night. It's been a few weeks. We had a visit to Disneyland for this guy. And then last week, I was in the emergency room with Dawn. He ran the show solo last week, and he did a great job. So good job for you, man, last week. That was a good show, man.
Appreciate it.
Watched the whole thing. You did excellent. I'm very proud of how you did that. That was awesome. I had no idea he was doing that either. So it's not like I said, well, go ahead and do it. He just, boom, did it on his own and kill a show. So it's official today. We now have our offensive line coach. So the quick and the short before we get into it, Nate, what's your take? You happy about the move?
I mean, I just hope that he can develop the offensive linemen that we have now, as well as the young guys that saw promise in the later when they got playing time this last year, because they showed promise when they got playing time. So I just want to see some development, because I feel like we haven't been able to develop an offensive lineman since Colton Miller, really, and that's a big problem. That's a really big problem.
You know, it's not that these guys showed a lack of talent last season, because they had the talent. They had some of the skills. It's just they didn't have the direction that they needed to put everything into perfecting their craft, basically. With this hire, I'm psyched. I did a lot of research on him today, and I went through a lot of stuff on him, and he's got a pretty storied history. He's been around a long time in the coaching aspect, 30 years. We're going to break it down a little bit further. Before we do that, though, we're just going to hit the chat up, see who's here. Who's got Raider follow. Haven't hit this in a while.
Raiders.
Let's see. We got Frank Webb is here. Tanner Jack is in the house. Sorry for the delay, folks. I didn't have the right outro set. So Nate had to hurry up and resend it to me, and it took forever to upload into the StreamYard. Forever. Let's see. Here it is. When an O-line coach, I still don't know shit about the guy. We're going to help you figure it out. we got the info on the guy. Let's see. Raider Ryan's in the house. Let's see. Jason, what's up, my guy? I believe in the hire, if we get the real Rick Dennison and not a guy who's one down and doesn't have it anymore, I think we're going to be good. I really do. AO's in the house. What's up, man? Rorschach. Wow, I've been late as usual. Start time 7:17. Back off. You can call in the hotline this weekend and complain about it. How's that? P&W Mark's in the house. Let's see. Yes, reunited. Yeah. Eric's here. What's up, Eric? Eric says, great move today. Michael Guerrero's here. He says, trade Deuce Gruden. Just fire him. Let's see. Hope we go out and get Wyatt Teller. Assistant GM. John Raid is in here. Says the Raiders received calls for the number one pick. Spytek and Brady made it clear they won't trade it away, even if 3 first. They will draft their QB. That's so dumb.
I would like. I want to see the where you got that from.
Yeah, I just if somebody offers you 3 picks for that one, how can you not? Whatever. Boo that Lakers shit. What's he talking? Oh, I didn't even say it. John Leone's in the house. What's up, John? It's not an excuse. It's the truth. Ask Nate. He don't lie. At least listen to the office. Yeah, I guess, right? What's up, Tyler A? Tyler A's in the house. Raider Pete's here. What's up, Raider Pete? Coach is in the house. What's up, my guy? Let's see. DSZ's in the house. Go Steelers. Come back tomorrow night, too. I do a show on Friday nights called the No Huddle, where it's open to all fans of all 32 NFL teams. I even have the phone lines open on that Friday night show, too. You can come in and talk Steelers. More than happy to talk it up with anybody on any team. So make sure you check that out tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern. Great win great win today. The U.S. women's hockey, Olympic hockey team won gold today to beat Canada. That in itself is huge. Yeah, congrats to that, man. I think the men's team plays tomorrow, and if they win tomorrow, they play for the gold on Sunday. So go USA hockey for sure. AO says, block Rorschach ASAP for that comment. What's up? What's going on? Rafa's in the house. What's up, Rafa? So, with that being said, we're gonna bring up the information on what I dug up today and Nate and I talked about. So, we now have. Oh, all the way back. Yeah, I forgot to reset it. Rick Dennison is now officially hired by the Raiders. It's updated on his Wikipedia page already. It's not. Let me see. Is it updated on the Raiders website? Yes, it is. So if you go to Raiders.com, everything is pretty much in there now. So you got Clint Kubiak, then you got Mike McCoy as the assistant head coach. You've got Andrew Janako. You've got Zach Zani as the wide receivers coach. Rick Dennison is the offensive line. Tight ends coach is Luke Steckel. Offense quality control is Connor McQueen. On defense, we have Rob Leonard as the DC. Joe Woods is the passing game coordinator. Defensive line is Travis Smith. Linebackers, Ronell Williams. Safeties, Matt Robinson. Al Holcomb is the senior defensive assistant. Kenyon Jackson is the assistant defensive line. And defensive assistant is Rip Rowan. And obviously our special teams is Joe DeCamillis, which we just hired a few days ago. So coaching staff's getting there. We don't have a running back coach yet, though. That's thing. Yeah, that's pretty much the only one that's missing at this point right now is a running backs coach. So don't know what's going up with that yet. But as far as this goes, he's now the official offensive coach, which everybody knows. I know I did as a major need for us. Make sure we get this one right. And like I said, this guy's got a pretty lengthy history in the NFL. As a player, too. I didn't know that until I looked him up today and really got to know a little bit more about him. So he played for the Broncos as a linebacker for a while. So he played in 128 career games. He played was in 3 Super Bowl appearances as a player and as a coach in the system, too. And he's also got, you see all his coaching history. It's even longer than this if you look at the full list because he did multiple stints with some of these teams. Like he was there, then left, went to another team, and then came back. He spent majority of his time with Denver for the most part. Um, I think it's a great hire. I know Nate's already given his take on it. I think this is what the line really needed. I don't see us falling into the same trap we had last year. This guy, this guy looks like an old coach from when I used to play type of guy. You know, like one of those old hard nosed offensive line coaches that just doesn't take the shit from nobody. You know, he just looks like that tough and rough guy. And he's also, I mean, the big thing too is he's been in and out of the Kubiak coaching tree for a long time. You know, he coached with Clint's dad. He was there during this Super Bowl win. He was what, Super Bowl 50?
50.
Yeah, Super Bowl 50. He was there for that run. Um, and during that one, so I mean, like I said, if you go back and look at his list, I mean, he started coaching in 1995. So that was his first stint as a coach, and he started with the Broncos. Then he got bumped up to special teams coordinator, offensive line coach, offensive coordinator from '06 to '08. Then he dropped back to offensive line coach with the Broncos. So from 95 to 2009, he was with Denver. Then he jumped to Houston, then to Baltimore, then back to Denver for 2015 and 16, then the OC in Buffalo for the 17 season. Then he was with the Jets in 18, with Minnesota from 2019 to 2020 as the line coach and run game coordinator. Then he was a senior advisor to the Vikings in 2021. 2024, he was a senior offensive assistant. In 2025, this is the most important one, I think, in my book. He was the run game coordinator and senior offensive advisor for the Seahawks in 2025. So he's part of that whole coaching tree that's been with Kubiak too in Seattle. He's coming off a winning Super Bowl season. You know, now he's our offensive line coach. I think this puts us in the right frame of mind for what we're going to do. Now, this is the type of identity he has as far as what he runs. Now, this is why I say that we're going to be a run-first team, and we kind of have to be. And with his ability to coach the O-line, I think we're going to be in an even better spot with this. They can't hear me. Fuck.
No, it's fine now.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay.
Now it's much better.
Shit. I forgot to reset it. It resets on me after I do a show and I reboot. It defaults it to something different, and I got to get in the mindset of fixing it again every time. So I know you and I talked about this before we started. The big thing is going to come down to this first one on this line, the zone type run system. If that's something we can do with the current talent, what's your take on this? Because mine, because we did talk about it. I want to have yours put out there first.
It's definitely going to be some work, for sure, because every time we try to implement a zone scheme, our offensive line just doesn't seem to be able to grasp it. But also, it could be attested to us not having the best coaches around them to properly teach the scheme to them. I think if anybody is to do it, it has to be this coaching staff. They've proven to be able to go in. Clint Kubiak, especially going into Seattle, implementing this kind of system and being very successful with it. I'm confident that they could be able to do that. It's now just finding the right pieces to be able to do exactly what they want to do at the lineman position. I think we do have players currently, but of course we're going to need upgrades nearly at every single position to run this scheme. So I think I am confident that they are able to teach the people we have now, but we of course need some new bodies in there.
Yeah, and like you and I discussed before we started, what's up, Money Chuck? What's up, Daniel Berry? What's up, Randy Ann? I saw you guys pop in here. Lewis, what's up? this, I think it's still too early to tell if this is going to work or not. To be honest with you, um, because we don't know what we're going to end up with for additions to the what's already on this roster. You
Right.
know, between what we're going to be able to bring in free agency. Does that mean we bring in guys that definitely specialize in this? So now what we've already been talking about as far as offensive line we're looking for, we need to make sure that these are guys that excel or have run this type of system in the past too. So that's a big one there too. And then anybody we bring in and through the draft, these college kids, if they can transition into this, if they haven't done it in college, and also there's going to be a learning curve here, and you're absolutely right. Um, but I think that set aside, the zone scheme, I think that's going to have a big decision on what our player personnel is. But as far as the other identity parts of his here, I mean, he's definitely a disciplined style coach. So I think you're going to see a big difference in how the offensive line gels together, and just an overall success rate will be higher this year than what we had last year. Just hiring him alone has already improved our offensive line, to be honest with you. You know, before he's even talked to any of those offensive linemen, it's already way in a much better situation than what it was last year. I've got confidence in this guy. I got 100% confidence in this guy. You know, um, so I mean, overall, I'm extremely happy with this move. Um, this might be one of the best assistant or position coaches that we've brought in. Period. I believe it's the biggest need. It was the biggest one we needed to get, and I think we got it right 100%.
Yeah.
So that's who's your favorite assistant coach? This is it right here, Raider man. It's this guy. It's Dennison. Um, Me being an offensive line minded guy, having played offensive line when I did play, um, that was the biggest improvement I needed to see, and they're setting it the path the right way right now, as far as I'm concerned. Oh yeah, Tana Jack. I hope we're answering your questions on this guy, because I know you said earlier in the chat that you never heard, you didn't know much about him. So hopefully we're giving you what you need to know about him. What's up, Elon? I hope he moves JPJ back to center, and that's another thing. I mean, that's still up in the air. You know, once he gets in the building and starts evaluating these guys, and then we go from there. Let's see. So, and this is why this hire does matter too. You know, our struggles last year. You know, our pass protection was horrible. We could barely even give Genty the time to run. And in this last one here, no clear identity. I mean, that offensive line looked lost from the get go. You know, do you have anything that you see that's different than what's up here for the what really with them coming in here?
Um, Honestly, not really. I completely agree with what is up here right now. I do believe that Dennison will definitely bring the identity of the offensive line back to the Raiders, because exactly like how this here says, no clear identity, and that has not only been, you know, essentially the entire Raiders organization, but most importantly the offensive line, because we keep changing schemes, we keep changing coaches and offensive identities, and it's difficult when you try to go from one scheme to another year after year after year. But now, once we have more stability, in which we're hoping is going to have more stability, we can finally see some more significant progress with the younger guys, especially how, we are hoping someone like JPJ turns out to be. That's what I'm really hoping to see, is the identity, bringing that back.
Um, Biggest thing I want to see, I want to see him work with the two rookies from last year,
Yep.
specifically Rogers.
Yep.
I'm hoping this really, he really gets to evaluate Rogers and see for himself what kind of talent this kid really has, and gets him out there ASAP. You know, with the starting five, and really get him in the mix, because I think Caleb Rogers could be one of our future group, part of that future group of, really good offensive linemen like we've had in the past, which we haven't had successfully for the last few years for sure. Uh,
Yes.
and I think the biggest thing, I think he's going to bring structure, just like it says here. They had no structure last year. It was
Nope.
obvious. It was obvious with the way things went down and all the info that leaked towards the end of the season, where Brennan was just running these guys through warm ups, wasn't really doing anything with them. He just was there to collect a paycheck.
Really,
Collect,
that's what it felt like.
yeah, collect a paycheck, get some shit on his resume that he was, because that's usually the progression for an offensive coordinator is, you get that O-line knowledge, you get the running game planning. And when you're planning the running game, that's another notch in your belt for moving up to potentially be an offensive coordinator at some point. Um, the one thing I do like though is Dennison is only listed as the O-line coach. He's not listed as the run game coordinator O-line. So his focus is going to be strictly on getting these guys to where they need to be as an offensive line unit. And that's his
Yeah.
job. Teach them blocking schemes, the stances, the protections, all that shit. You know, they're going back to basics is how I'm looking at this with him coming in here. They need to. They need to. You got to get these two young guys from last year and plus Glaze and JPJ all back on track. Colt Miller, I'm not worried about him. Colt Miller is going to be fine.
Yes.
D Menace is in the house. What's up, D Menace?
What up, D Menace?
Any clue who the Georgia assistant is? Who we were interested in? What position was? Who was? What was he the coach for? What position? Do you know?
This is the first that I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Our O line just understanding their assignments would be. Oh God, yeah. You're not lying there, Jeffrey.
That's pretty funny.
They did. They look like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off running around. What's up, 805?
What up,
What's going
805?
on? And the big thing is, I mean, if anybody's expecting an O line quick fix, it could happen. It very well could. I mean, again, that's going to be his main concentration is just working with the O line. So, and then we're back to the zone system again. The jury's still out on that, like Nate said. You know, until we know what personnel we're going to have here, what we bring over in free agency, it remains to be seen. You know, is this a long? And this is the one that gets me. Is this a long term build move? Meaning, like he's 60 years old. So he's is he 60? Wait a minute, is he 60? Sorry, he's 67. I knew he was in the 60s. He's
Mm-hmm.
67. So I mean, a few more years and he's Pete Carroll's area. But again, he's only the offensive line coach. So I don't think he's here long term. I think he's here to get them straight. And then it gets handed off to someone else at some point, whether it's he gets one full season, two full seasons, who knows? Um, I just like the move. I like the move. It shows the direction. Um, so yeah, I don't think he'll be here for the full 5 years. I highly doubt that. But just look at his past record, his past history. Being with teams. He spent 1 year here, 1 year there, moving around. He's almost like a hired gun. I guess you would say. You know, he did a lot of jumping around. What's up, Raider Ben? What's going on, brother? Um, so Moneychuck says, who do you guys think we should do at right tackle? Do we draft one high, get one in free agency, or is Glaze or Grant your starter? I mean, again, now that we've got this guy in, I'm willing to give Glaze another shot with a better offensive line coach because he was good the year before. Glaze was showing promise in 2024 season. 2025, I don't know what happened to him.
He
Well, we
was
do now.
so bad.
It was coaching.
He was so bad.
But it also could be that sophomore slump that some guys have. Even JPJ wasn't the best last year. He hit some rough spots too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I'm not giving up on Glaze just yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try and move him inside. But with
Yeah.
that being said, I think we either got to try and grab one in free agency or really target one in in the draft. Definitely, we should target one in the draft regardless.
Yeah, I think so as
Just like
well.
we should be targeting a left tackle at some point and a guard. We need a lot of offensive line because we got no depth. We still have no depth. Um, what's your take? You willing to give Glaze another shot at it, or what do you think?
Mm, it's tough because I do think that he has potential still, from watching him from his 2024 season. Um, it's just he doesn't look like the most mobile guy out there this year. So I don't know how well he's going to fit into the zone scheme, especially being that right tackle. Anytime you're going to run to the right, he's going to need to get space laterally. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. Of course, like you said, I'm willing to give him a chance to do it and prove, differently. But I think it's going to have to be fixed sooner rather than later. I don't know if he's the long term choice at right tackle with this regime. Um, but yeah.
Let's see. Checkmate says, "I want young and innovative D and O coordinators for the trenches. I like the old school discipline style because it's fundamentals." Oh, absolutely. That's why I love this guy. This guy's he's going to be perfect. I think he's going to be absolutely perfect for this squad. We need it. We need a guy like him.
Yeah.
Let's see. The bigger fix of the O line is acquisitions and transactions. We keep 4 guys, bring in 5 new, and draft a couple. May take just that too. Phil Rosher is the Georgia coach. I never heard of him. Have you heard of him
Mm,
before?
I don't think so.
Let's see. Ben says Glaze and Forsythe 1 and 2 in sacks allowed. Yeah, Forsythe played half the snaps on all eligible offensive tackle. By the way, I agree. I'll go with Glaze with a better O line coach only if we can find it. If we can't find an upgrade, also may not be a
Scheme fit.
scheme fit. Okay. Yeah, good thing is Forsythe's gone, so we don't have to worry about him. Thank God.
Right.
Um, I mean that again. You lose Colton Miller for injury, and you got to go with what's out there. And technically, I guess he was the top option out there. Plus the familiarity with him being with Pete before too. Not that it helped much. Money Chuck agreed with you.
Thank you,
Get
man.
back. It was just bad with the Chargers O line, with the O line coach. Be good with better coaching. Rick will make him better. Sign Linderbaum, Baden Smith, Stone Feet.
Stone
I like
feet.
that. Yeah, he was definitely a Pete's guy. So yeah, I'm done. If we don't draft at least a minimum of 2 offensive linemen in this draft, I'm going to be kind of upset.
Hmm.
Because we need them. We need them. But again, it also depends on what we do in free agency. So, um, so I'm going to ask the chat. I need you guys to grade this. So grade the higher. A is a home run. B is a solid veteran move. The C is a wait and see, and D is a recycled hire. So me, I'm going with a B. I don't normally give out
Ooh.
A's, but I'm going with a B on this one. I still think it technically should be an A, but I'm going to keep my expectations reasonable. What do you give it?
I think in theory it's probably an A, but I'm gonna say B right now because I want to see it on the field still. Um, but I think if everything works out, it's definitely an A plus, if that. But we can never, for whatever reason, the Raiders can always do something backwards, and something will happen to a coach where all of a sudden he's not a good coach anymore. So I'm gonna stick with the B for now until I completely see everything.
See, that's the miserableness in Raider Nation and you coming out
Right.
because
Exactly.
you've been so you've been so disappointed and let down so often. You're just ready for it. You know it's coming at some point.
Exactly.
Um, I mean, if this offense turns around and Genti has a fucking killer year because we're making holes for him, then that skyrockets to a triple A. I mean,
Oh
that's
yeah, 1,000%.
I mean, good God, But right now, I'm definitely I'm on that B plus A minus range, really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're right there. They're right there. So what do we got in the chat? Let's see. He says any safeties we can target that can play center field. I was pissed that we lost Trevon and couldn't develop Trey Taylor. I'm not the secondary guy. I don't know if Nate is. If you want to handle that one,
Mm, I don't. As far as like in the draft or in free agency, I'd have to look at who's in free agency. I don't know off the top of my
I haven't
head.
even looked at free agency for
Um,
much other than offensive linemen, QBs, running backs, and wide receivers.
right. That's what I was oohing and eyeing about right there. I really like Elijah Vera
Listen,
Tucker.
so Ray Best says I'm in on Vera Tucker from New York Jets, offensive guard. Has injury history, but when healthy, he's a monster. Maybe get him for cheap because of injury history. That's possible. So let's see what the chat's got for grades. So Damien says B. Checkmate says A plus. Tanner Jack says A because I like the guy. Damien says B because I don't know much about him too. Well, hopefully, I tried giving you as much info on him as we can. I like IG Coldstream from Miami if we can't get Becton. Javeda says A plus. A
Ooh,
plus on OC Andrew. Oh, Andrew Janako. Yep. I don't want to fall for the banana on the tail, but exactly, Ben. That's why.
that's exactly why.
Wow, John's going C minus on Rob Leonard. Even though that's not what we're grading on. We're grading on Dennison, but that's okay. I'll give you that. Don't put that energy in the air. We have broken the curse. Whoa, too early to say that yet. Whoa, slow down. A plus on Matt Robinson. All right, so D Menace is saying a C. Alon saying I'm going to play it safe and go with a B. Okay. The safety. Oh yeah, who's the guy from Seattle? The safety. Because I've heard other people say his name. I know that if somebody says the name, I'll know it because I've heard it, but I can't think of it right now.
I see the only one from Seattle. Oh, I see two from Seattle, but Kobe Bryant. Duh.
That's it, Brian. I knew it was Brian. Yep.
Yeah, from the names that I see, I really like Jaquan Brisker. I really like Jaquan Brisker from the Bears. Uh to me he might sign back with the Bears though because they had a really good defense last year, and I can see them just keeping everybody. Because Byard is also a free agent from the Bears as well. Um, I mean, there's quite a bit of names on here to be honest. Like Jordan Poyer, who's I mean obviously older now, but is known to be a pretty good player. Marcus Epps is another free agent again. Um, who else is on here? Kyle Duggar, Jalen Thompson, Jimmy Ward. Like, there's some pretty decent players at the safety position.
I don't see it, Ben. I don't see the comment before the banana pipe comment. I see everybody else's but yours. Maybe you didn't hit.
What up, Anthony?
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see it, Ben. Let's see. But Ja Rate is just grading everybody. C minus on special teams. Who's the QB coach? That is. Oh shit! Yeah, that's what we don't have either. We don't have a QB. Yeah, we don't have a QB. Yeah, how did I skip that one? How did I not see that on this list? Yeah, we don't have a QB coach listed yet. All right, well, that's the next one. Yeah, checkmate got it. Kobe Bryant. See on everyone. Got to keep expectations low. To be honest, to be low. To be pleasantly surprised, things worked out exactly.
Yeah, I know, for real though.
So checkmate saying Wyatt Teller, Chase Young, and Bryant would be nice ads. Oh, Ben said I'm mostly C on everything. To be honest, after last season, I don't want to do the Raiders. Finally got it right. Shit again. Oh yeah, no, I hear you.
That's me,
Trust me.
bro. That's so weird.
Like I said earlier, I'm not biting that apple this year, man. No, no, no. I'll. I'm just. I like the direction with the offensive line coach. That's the one I'm getting the most excited for. That's all. Which we won't see that fully take effect until training camp starts or even OTAs. So I do have a poll on my chat. So did you put yours up, Nate, or no?
I did.
Okay, Nate's got the same poll I have up on mine. So make sure you get over and vote because that will tie in a little bit later on in this. Um, so, and again, this is back basically what we're doing. We're building from the inside out. We're doing it. Hopefully, we need to do the trenches first. Then we build the identity of this team, and then we start getting the wins. So this will take some time to get to that point. It's not going to be that bang, we're here and we're going to start winning, which leads us to our next. In a minute, it'll lead to our next thing because next week combine starts February 23rd. That is a Tuesday, Monday. That's when everybody starts showing up. They'll start doing the interviews and everything, but the actual physical stuff doesn't start, I think, until Thursday. I think it is
Hmm.
Thursday, Friday. I'm going to do the same thing I did last year. I'm gonna go live. I'm definitely going live on offensive linemen, and I will definitely go live. Actually, I'm probably going to go live on a lot of it, but definitely on the skill day when it's the QBs, wide receivers, running backs. I'm going to do all of those. We know that Mendoza is not going to partake in the combine, but I want to see what else is out there.
Yeah,
What other quarterback sneaks up in this list? You know,
1,000%. Because at this point right now, it's hard to even find a number three quarterback to
yeah,
really be like solidified.
yeah. Let's see. Check. So there's going to be some good safeties in the later rounds. I wouldn't be mad at all if we took one with the second or third round pick. I don't know about you guys, but this dime bag of hopium the Raiders sold me this week is the best shit I've ever had. What's up, Anthony? Yeah, you know what? I have more confidence in this coaching staff, obviously, but I mean, it's kind of hindsight though because we already know how last year's coaching staff went. But I didn't get excited. I mean, some people got super excited when we brought Chip Kelly in, as the offensive coordinator, and we saw how that ended. He didn't even make the full season. Let's see, but historically, we don't run zone very well. Outside of that season where Josh led the league in rushing, we have never ran zone well, and that's why we said that when we started
Hmm.
talking about it. It's even tough right now to know if we can even run that based on the personnel we have, and we don't know what we're going to get free agent and draft yet. So yeah, Jerry's still totally out on that one. You know, am I crazy to want Khalil Mack back? Like how we got Woodson back in 2013. You're not crazy, but I don't think it's going to happen. You remind me of Andy. Who's he talking to? Andy who?
He's
Oh,
on
don't say
my
Andy
channel.
Reid.
I don't
Is
know who
he?
Andy is.
Let's see. Diego Paiva. Somebody put something up on Facebook where it's Genty. Was it? It was. They showed like the 2026 Raiders offensive firepower. Basically, it was Genty, Brock, Debo, Thornton. Yeah, Thornton and Paiva. Paiva. That was our.
Pavia.
That was Pavia. That was our offense. That was our. I'm like, what? Uh,
That is the weirdest fucking.
that is like a horrible setup. There's only two guys on there that even want to count on, and that's Brock and Genty. The others can all just pound tar. I don't want Debo. Do you?
No.
I'm good with that one. No, thank you. Jesus. Combine is when men meet to talk trades. Don't be surprised to hear Max Crosby talks, and I'm sure it will be.
1,000%.
Yeah, we
I
805
actually
and then
really like Tyler Algier too.
I do too. Um, And I said that in the chat the last night in 805 show, and I forget how we worded it. I guess it's something to the effect of, you don't want to bring in someone that's actually going to compete with Genty, which I don't think is a bad thing either, though, because let the best man win. I mean, who says he has to be the starter? If someone comes in and they're better than him, what are you going to do? I
Tyler
mean,
Algier is not better than Ashton
no,
Genty.
he's not. But because some people were even saying like Kenneth Walker, Kenneth Walker coming here would be a career bad move for him.
Yeah,
Because they're two number one guys.
right.
Genty and Walker. That's not a good mix. Not on a young team. If we were in a better situation where we were like on the cusp of being playoff team or whatever, then bang bang, you got that 1-2 punch constantly. You don't know who's coming
Mhm.
out and running that ball. That's a different situation. We can't be cute like that right now. We gotta be 9 yards in a cloud of dust type shit. That's what we gotta be right now. Reek Wallen, Cole Bryant, Odafe Owia from the Chargers. He has connections to Rob Leonard. He's 27 edge. Okay. So anyway, combine starts next week, and then I'm just trying to hit some of these major dates, and then free agency starts on March 11th at 4 p.m. So the next few weeks are going to be. This is where it starts picking up now. So combine next week. Then after that, the next one is March 11th. Now in between the combine and the 11th is when that early tampering starts, where you can talk with players that are going to be unrestricted free agents. Um, you can interview them, do whatever it is you need to do, but you cannot get into contractual negotiations with them until 4 p.m. on March 11th. You can have things ready to go. So if you come to a mutual agreement, then comes that's why you see so many guys sign on March 11th, because they've already talked to respective teams, and then boom, they just put ink to paper and they're off and running. I'm hoping that we're quick enough and we can get in on that. What's your feeling on all that?
I I don't know. It's tough to really say who I want to go after specifically in free agency. I
Okay.
think I for sure it has to be offensive line. Um, it definitely has to be offensive line, and then I would say our secondary um most needed position is probably like the linebackers because we can't fill every single need in the draft. Like we
You only
can't.
got 10 picks right now, so
Yeah, you just physically cannot do that. So it would be smart to go after, some better players, some upgrades, and we're just so thin at offensive line as well as the linebacker. So those are definitely the two positions I want to see be filled at the very least.
when can we trade Max? The day free agency opens, basically. It starts that day. Um, so the 2026 league year and free agency signing period begin on March 11th at 4 p.m. Eastern time, because
I
everything's
like
New York
Dejan run
time.
too.
Trading period for 2026 also begins at 4 p.m. after the expiration of all 2025 contracts. So on March 11th, it's free agency opens at 4 p.m. Eastern, and any trades can be started talking or can be conducted from 4 p.m. Eastern on the 11th on until the trading deadline ends during the season. So it's fair game at that point. So that's why, like Money Chuck said, at the combine, that's when a lot of these GMs talk to each other, and shit gets brought up then and talked about, and then once March 11th comes, that's trades. The trades are going to be quick and fast because they're going to want it. Because if any of them are going to include draft picks, they're going to want to get that shit taken care of fast. So
Yeah.
now you can rearrange your draft board because you got extra picks. So any trades that are going to involve draft picks are going to be done and done quick. They're not going to drag on until like the day before the draft. In some cases, they do though. In some cases, they do. Players will come to the Raiders because Brady, Spytek, Kubiak, and his father. Oh, yeah, Gary. We put a word out there. Go to Vegas where my son is at. Well, again, we thought the same thing with Pete Carroll being here, that was going to be a good thing, and it was a disaster. And the Sean Wright cornerback.
Yeah, from the Bears. He's very good. And he's from Oakland.
Ah,
Probably grew up as a Raider fan.
nice. NFL goes year round. Yeah, it goes from March 11th to March 11th. That's when their fiscal year officially starts. Yeah, we don't have a QB coach yet. I just went and looked again. I forgot that that's one of the things we still need. And you don't want to have a rookie quarterback with no QB coach. So yeah, we got to get one. So then after March 11th, the next one up is the draft. Um, and that starts on April 23rd. It's a Thursday night. Round one is the Thursday night. It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yours truly will be going. I will be in Pittsburgh for that, for sure. Which means we won't be doing this show. You can do, if you want to do a solo, obviously. I will be. You should actually, you know what? You should do one during the draft pick that Thursday
Oh,
night.
yeah.
You
For
know,
sure.
definitely. Um, but yeah, I will be at the draft. I'm working on trying to get my ass down up close to the stage as possible. And I found out a way how to kind of finagle your way in there. So you gotta draw attention to yourself. Basically, is what it is.
Really.
You gotta be seen for someone to say, "Hey, why don't you come over here?" So I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb. And no, I'm not wearing a costume. I'm not putting on anything like that. But I will make it. I will make it obvious. All right, wrapped up with all. Oh, what's up, Big Luck? What's going on? Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that, and then we'll have to wait and see how that weekend plays out. So, so we got first round Thursday night, second and third is Friday night, and all the rest are done on Saturday. So I will be there Thursday night. I will be there for Friday. I'm not going to go to the draft itself on Saturday because the wife and I don't know if anyone else is planning on going along with us on Saturday, but we're going to the Hall of Fame. It's only about just under 2 hours away from where we're going to be. So I can't be that close to it and not go. I've never been. So I want to go, and we're going. So I will probably do some lives. I will definitely be doing lives throughout the whole entire trip. There's no two ways about it. So make sure you guys stay in tuned. Speaking of going lives and YouTube, make sure you get over to Nate's channel, LV Raider 10. If you haven't yet, get over there, sub to his channel, hit the notifications, hit the thumbs up. He's streaming on his channel. And make sure you guys jump over to his channel and give him some watch time and hours and such. So leave my channel, go over to his, and watch the show from his channel. If one of the mods could put his link in the chat, that would be awesome. We'd appreciate it. Let's see. Interviewed with Vikings assistant Jordan Taylor for quarterbacks coach. Don't know much about him. Do you?
I don't, honestly.
I saw that today. I guess
Oh, yeah.
Indiana. They're going to be moving to Indiana. Is that definite or is that just rumor
No,
shit?
no, it's one of the two possible locations that they're going to be moving to. But it seems like it's trending towards that.
Where's the other location?
Um fuck, what is it
Is it
called?
saying in Illinois?
Yeah, it's outside of Chicago.
Wow. So that means in the next few years we could have two teams relocating states, with the Chiefs moving to Kansas
Kansas. Yeah.
and the Bears moving to Indiana.
Mhm.
Now you'll have two teams in Indiana because you'll have them and the Colts,
Yep.
no matter what city they're going to play in. That's gonna be weird because they're not gonna be the Chicago Bears anymore, though. What are they gonna be called?
No, they'll be the Chicago Bears. It's not far. It's less than an hour from Chicago.
It still doesn't. Why? I don't know. It's just gonna be. I don't know. I guess. I guess. Well, just like the Raiders weren't going to be the Irwindale Raiders if that ever got built. That'd be crazy.
It's more
People
like
would.
the Jets still saying they're from New York, even though they play in New Jersey.
Well, they originated. Oh, yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, true. All right, you win. What's up, Nada? I'm gonna bring a sign that says "Trade the picks away and trade Max." That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold up that sign right there in front.
You'll definitely not get in the front.
Tampa in March 9th. Yes. See, much like the Giants and Jets, they will still. Yeah, all right. So he just said it too. Tyree Hill took shots at Mike Medina. Don't go over there, tweeter. I wouldn't want. I don't want Tyreek, right? You don't want him, do you?
No, it's interesting, but also seen that Mike Evans probably won't be returning back to the Bucks. I would be more interested in Mike Evans than Tyreek Hill at this point.
I do like because I've been pushing the Mike Evans thing too. I'm up on. I'm all for Mike Evans. I want a guy with a head on his shoulders. That's not a locker room issue. That's not a off the field issues. A guy that's an extremely seasoned veteran that's had success in this game. You know, he's won a Super Bowl. You know, he's had multiple years of 1,000 receiving yards consistently. I
Mm-hmm.
just he's just a consummate professional. You know, I just think he would be absolutely perfect because we got such a young wide receiving crew, and it's about to get younger again because you know we're going to grab one in this draft, maybe two. You know, I just think he'd be a perfect fit. Some don't, but whatever. Just got to. Oh, what's up, Will? What's going on? Oh, that's what Big Luck was saying. All right, he was doing a
Yeah,
show with Will. Okay, I didn't know that. Hi, everyone. Just finished watching Raider Will show. I didn't even know Will was on. How did I not know that? Thanks, Will. We appreciate you. Let's see, checkmate. It's going to happen. Land prices and building regulations making it hard to build in Chicago. Yeah, I got it. Trailer 33 worked with Kevin O'Connell, Sean Payton, and Clint Kubiak. I haven't even talked about it. I'm trying not to tonight. I'm trying to be a good boy. I'm trying to bring it up. What's up, Martinez? Just want to catch up on the chat here. All right. So now that we've covered the draft and all that, so now we're going to lead into the poll. So as you see that all of our channels have a poll up on it. And basically the poll is asking you what defines success in 2026. So you got four options. A is 10 wins in the playoffs. B is 8 to 9 wins. C is 6 to 7 wins and clear development. And D, wins don't matter, just build foundation. I couldn't fit the full word foundation because it only allows you so many characters. So make sure, whatever channel you're in, make sure you vote because this ties in to our next segment that we're going to cover. What is a successful 2026 season? Now, I know I've already gone on record saying that I'm not giving us total number of wins and losses. I know what I want to see. I know what I'm looking for, but I'm going to keep that to myself for now. And I'll say it again. Nate, are you putting numbers on wins and losses this year? Like how
I'm
many
not.
wins?
I'm not putting numbers on wins and losses this year. To me, I just want to see improvement. Um, I just want to see progression. I want to see an identity as far as an organization. I want to see stability. That's exactly what, like, we're literally starting at square one right now. That's all I want to see is the foundation being built and for us to start, you know, gaining towards progression.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so to me, that doesn't quantify in wins or losses, at least not in this season, until I can establish a baseline of where we're at. And I think it's going to take the entire season because Clint Kubiak is a brand new head coach. A lot of the staff that we have on this coaching staff right now are first time in their position. So it's going to have some growing pains, and it's not going to look pretty at times, but I'm willing to take the patient route and wait to see where exactly our baseline is, and to see progression from there. So right now, I'm not going to put any kind of numbers out there what exactly I'm expecting. Maybe later on, after we see what the entirety of the team looks like after the draft, after free agency, closer to the beginning of the next season, I can probably maybe put out like a number out there just to feel. But as of right now, I can't see any numbers or say any numbers at least.
Okay. Well, I applaud you because you are having the same take I have on that. Because I've been asked already numerous times, how many wins do you think we're going to see this year with the coaching staff? Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
I refuse to give a number. I am not giving a number. I'm not picking X amount of wins. None of that shit. I don't care if we don't win a single game this year. Well, I mean, I do, but you know what I mean. I want to see progression. I want to see maturity on this roster. I want to see continuity. I want
yep,
to see I want to see sustained drives. I want to see determination. I want to see the team gelling as one unit, especially the offensive line, because we live and die by how that offensive line looks. Um, so, as far as I'm concerned, Kubiak and his entire staff, they get a clear pass this year. They can do no wrong, as far as I'm
hmm
concerned. Okay, because it's going to be going forward after the 2026 season where you're going to start to see how everything starts to develop and where this team is going in what direction. Um, I want to see competitiveness. I don't care if we're winning by 50 points or we win by 1 point. I just want to see some semblance of an organized organization all around, from the
exactly
front office all the way to the guy that runs out and picks up the tee off the field, from every aspect of this team. Okay. So you're not going to sit here and you're not going to get, I want 10 wins out of me. I'm seeing 4 or 5. You're not getting that. I'm not doing
right.
it. And the reason I'm bringing this up tonight is I was on Facebook today and I saw, it just kills me today. I saw somebody post something in one of those, rated groups, and it asked what does everybody think of is a successful season? And then I started reading some of the comments, and I was floored. I was like, "Are you shitting me?" I'm like, "Am I in like a bizarro world?"
A bizarro world.
Yeah, yeah. Um, because what I saw for responses was ridiculous. All right. So the question was simple. It was how many wins is a successful 2026 season? And what I saw is exactly why this franchise struggles with patience from the fans. And we've got
Hmm.
4 types of Raider fans now. Okay. So I'm going to explain the 4 type of Raider fans. So this is everything I came up with from just what I read. All right. So you have the 14-win Super Bowl crowd, because there were plenty of those in that chat. Trust me, there were a lot of them. Okay. So you've got the ones that are delusional and think we're going to win 14 games and we're going to go to the Super Bowl. Then you've got the 10 wins or fire everybody crowd.
hmm
Okay. Then you've got the 6 to 8 wins, but show progress crowd. Okay. I can live with that because you're being patient. And then you've got my favorite, the wins don't matter, rebuild group. Tonight, we're not about, and again, this isn't about, we're not attacking fans with this, Nate and I. This is just trying to put perspective on what to expect for this season because that is one thing that always gets overlooked. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So my favorite one was the wins don't matter rebuild group. That's where I fall in. And based on Nate's explanation, that's where Nate falls in.
hmm
So, which is why we put that poll out because I want to see where everybody else in the chat falls in with the group that follows us and partakes in our shows. So I just want to catch up on the chat here because I'm way behind on it. Yeah, see, he said I just want to see competitive progression would be nice. I want to see media sports say Kubiak tree in year 3 when we lose DC, OC, and Kubiak has that magic that McVay, Shanahan has to replace them real fast. And that came up last night in our show, right, Nate? Somebody
Yeah,
said that in
exactly.
the chat. And I said, this is a good problem to have. They said, well, we're going to be replacing our DC and OC in the next couple. That's a good thing to have because you know why? Because that means we're showing sustained success, and these guys are wanted by other teams that are looking to improve their roster or improve their coaching staff and build a winning team. So if we're having to replace our OC and DC because they're moving up the head coaches, that's beautiful because that means we're in the right place. We've got the right
Mhm.
people in place as it is. So that's a good thing to have. Let's see, my successful season, 8 wins. I'm happy. Grow from there in 2027. Yes, yes, yes. Is he having sex? Why is he yelling yes? Coach, I like how determined is to trade Max. I almost said 0 wins is okay, but that physically hurt to say. It did. It did. Playoffs a bust. The only way this staff could piss me off right now would be to bring back Brandon. Yeah, no, that ain't happening. Let's see. Good, both of you about expectations, good perspectives. Thank you. Oh, I've got some of the. I'm going to read some of them because I do have some of them
Oh
that
yeah,
came up. Yeah, right there on that sheet I sent you.
yeah,
Were they
yeah,
on
yeah.
that? Okay.
Oh, were they? I don't remember, but I'm just saying. I'm sure there's a lot of good ones.
Thought they were. Oh fuck! Did I? Oh no! Oh god damn it! Nope, I lost them. Shit! Nope, nope, nope. I think I found the chat. Yes, I got it. Okay. No, I got it. Whew. God damn it! I thought I lost them all. All right. Sorry. Let me get back to here. Um, let's see. Enjoy 5 to 7 growth. Exactly. I paid attention to it because I got a laugh out of them. I was laughing my ass off. I put down as my response was 0 wins, and I just want to see something good on the field. That's pretty much it. Genti, a Super Bowl MVP, or trade his ass. I'm joking, chat. Just wanted to add to Jeff's list of fan types. Thanks, 805. Let's see. 1 win is a failure. 5 wins is better than 4 to 8 wins. Improvement. 10 wins, unexpected. Mark Davis has been paying coaches through the roof. If we start winning a lot, where people want our coordinators, I want how high Davis would pay to keep a winning coach. I get it. I get what you're saying, but hey, it happens. All right, so let me get back to this here. So what I got from this is like you don't go from a system install like we're gonna have a whole new system installed in this team, right? You
Hmm.
don't go from that to 14 wins overnight. Okay, it can happen. I'm not saying it can't. I mean, Chicago proved us wrong. The Redskins proved us wrong a couple of years ago. The Patriots proved us wrong last year. But there's so many factors that go into it. Easy schedule. They just they just had some pieces fall right for them.
Yeah.
Like New England, they had an easy schedule. You watched them in that Super Bowl. They didn't even deserve to be there. Denver would have given them a much better game, even with a backup quarterback. I honestly believe they would
Mm,
have.
I
They,
don't
they
think
would
so.
have.
I
You
really
don't
don't
think?
think so.
You don't
No,
think so? That
no.
offensive line for the Patriots got their ass whooped. They
I
got beat
think
the fuck up.
I
I
think
think.
either way, the Seahawks were destined to win
Oh
that
no,
game.
no, no! I think the Seahawks still would have won, even if it was Denver. But I think Denver would have put up a better game than the Patriots did. The Patriots just rolled over and played dead for the majority of that game.
No.
Drake May couldn't. He was running scared. 21 sacks in the playoffs. That shows you how good their offensive line was. Um, yeah, that's not how this league works. You don't just go overnight with a new team and just win 14 games. Think about it. We just instilled a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. We're likely going to have a rookie QB. We're going to have a rebuilt O line, and we're in one hell of a tough division. That's Madden franchise mode. Okay, that's not AFC West. The AFC West itself is extremely tough. You know, so basically, if you think your wins are, if your 9 to 10 wins is your floor, fans are already going to panic as soon as we go 3-3. If we start at 3-3, fans will panic, even though we're at 500, which is still damn good. All right. And then if we start losing games consistently, like if we go on a 2 or 3 game skid,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to start questioning what about the QB? They're going to start questioning the coaching options,
Mm-hmm.
the other draft picks that we made. Everything's going to start to fall apart. And that's where the fan base starts to turn. Okay. You just definitely cannot, you can't demand playoffs from a foundation year, basically. So we're starting fresh, you know? Um, what was on that list that I sent you? I'm trying to remember if you want to hit any of those points that are on there. I know, what the hell is it? I'm trying to find the one I sent you again. It was,
Oh, I can't access it on my computer. It says.
you can't?
It says I can't open it on my computer. It says I have to open the app.
It's a PDF. How can you not open it?
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, anyway, NFL teams don't regularly jump to 10-win seasons. The roster, the QB maturity, the division itself, and health reasons. Just players getting injured alone is going to prevent you from hitting that. So fans need to lower their expectations and just be ready to be in for a rocky season, no matter what. And if it turns out that we're good right off the bat and we continue to have sex success throughout the season, then that's a great thing. Then we struck gold. Okay, but fans just have to have a level head when it comes to this. You
Yeah.
know, you know. Now, as far as like the smart process of this, you have to. These are things that you have to look at. Is the O line functional? Is the defense competitive? Our games close when in December when teams are tired. A lot of teams have got injury issues. Are we still keeping games close, even though we might not be winning them, but we're still keeping them close against our own division too? So usually our last three games, or our last handful of games, usually involve the 3 teams in our division, and those are always tough games. Is the rookie QB improving? Is he falling off? So let me ask you this: would you rather win 6 games with a franchise QB flashing than win with 9 and no identity? It's like if we, you got to take the good and the bad.
Right.
8 to 9 wins with no identity equals mediocrity. 6 to 11, we're trending upward. Or your record 6-11, you're trending upward, but it shows that it's a real rebuild. You know, and then just even in our division, right? Are the Chiefs gone? No, they're still the top team regardless, even though they had an off year last year. Are the Chargers improving? Oh, yeah, they are. Are the Broncos legit? I think so. Defensively, that's for damn sure.
Defensively, 1,000%.
Yeah, and I think they're only going to get better again, too. They're only going to be much better. It's going to be year 3 for Bo Nix. They know what they need to fix on that team. They need a better backup. That's for damn sure. But they also need help on the offense too. For sure, they need wide receivers. That's their big need. I think.
Yeah, they do.
You know, you know, to win 10 games overall, playing in this division. Granted, I know it's only 6 games, but I'm saying to win 10 games on the season, playing in this division, that everything has to hit right. Because if it doesn't hit right, then you ain't winning 10 games playing in this division. Because 6 of them out of those 10 are coming out of our own division. So
Yeah.
Baby steps, folks. Baby steps. Way behind on the chat. That's because there's so much to cover on this because there was so many good things on all this. Let's see. Broncos were just big frauds as the Patriots. I don't think so. I think the Patriots were definitely bigger frauds. I'm in the Al Davis days. Commitment to excellence, nothing less. Don't worry about wins first year. Exactly, Jason. Jasona. Sorry. I just read it quick. Question. You guys feel kind of like, what the fuck? The Patriots won 4 games. Then they were given easy schedule. We won 4 games. We get hard schedule. NFL hates us. Nothing changed. Oh, yeah, we're absolutely correct there.
Yeah.
What's up? Where's the flag? What's going on? Yeah, in a couple of years, big luck. Yeah, exactly. He said it afterwards, just not this year. What's up, Sam? What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Success with
Mhm.
contention at week 16 of playoffs and a promising offensive defense. Mac Jones from starting QB. Fernando learns from him. Yeah, sucks ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little twist of the words there. Sorry. Just want to do like we're not giving up. Want to hear media. Raiders are playing different. They're not quitting. Yeah, exactly. That helps too. You know, when we're just going into every game last year and just looking like complete crap. Judges 83 million in cap space. Were they the ones that we talked about this last time, right? Didn't they just jump up in cap space because of a move they made?
No, that was the Chiefs.
Was it? Oh, that's what it was because of Mahomes restructured his contract. That fucker.
Yeah.
Look what the Raiders did to the Chiefs back in Christmas 2020. The D line was all over Mahomes, and the secondary was far from being anything good. This is why the D line is so important. Yep. The D line is constantly getting pressure and making the QB move. It gives the team the best shot at beating elite offenses. The pocket must not exist. Exactly. So where were we? So in this, in the next little part of this, why fans are split so bad too is you got 25 years of basically of trauma, 25 years of dealing with bullshit coaches, bad draft choices, bad free agent moves, and just players that gave up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the fans are split because of Super Bowl nostalgia. They want to be in a Super Bowl so bad. Trust me, I want to be there one to be there again too and win one. It's been 40 plus years since we've won a Super Bowl. It's the last time I saw us win a Super Bowl was that long ago. You know, this is a complete rebuild, 100%. Last year was not. This year was a complete rebuild. So players will come, players will go. So fans have to be ready for that. And rebuilding is math. It's not emotion. And everybody gets so emotionally attached to players and don't want to see them go. But if it's for the better of the future of this team, then that's what it's at. That's what has to happen. Even if it's our beloved Max Crosby, you know, if it's for the better of the team to move forward and put a winning product on the field, then that's what has to be done. You know,
You mean, but unless it's Max Crosby, he's the only exception.
so I'm going to read some of the comments that were in here. All right. So again, it says how many wins are needed for a successful season next year. All right. So God, some of these are so fucking whack. All right. So 6 if most games are competitive. Okay, I can go with that one. They'll probably only win. Now I'm just reading their quotes. I'm not going to say names or anything like that. So they'll probably only win 6 to 7 games max with a rookie head coach, a rookie coordinator, offense and defense, a rookie QB. They have a tough schedule next season as well. If they can go 7-10 this season, I think 10 wins is attainable in 2027. Biggest thing is to keep drafting best player available in the first round and signing the best available free agents to fill positions of need. A smart take. I'll take that. Another one, more than 3. Okay. All the smart people were early in this. I will say that. Foolish question, one says. Not about wins next season, about putting pieces together, finding our footing for the foundation with a first-time head coach, a first-time OC, first-time DC. Just get this build going. We need to see a solid plan. Then with time, W's will come. Okay. Here we go. With our division, anything less than 10 wins we will be at the bottom. I'd love to see a wild card game in next year's run. Okay. 10 is a reasonable goal. I'm not saying the definition of a good season. I'm simply saying 10 is a good goal. Let's see. This one here. We Raider fans have zero patience and are clueless. Any fewer than 9 ? Raider Nation going to be howling for Kubiak to be fired, guaranteed. That and for Aiden O'Connell to stop. Wait and see. The trick is for the Raiders brass to ignore us. That actually was a good take. I like that one. So playoffs and competitive for a Super Bowl, this one says. That's successful. I'm like, okay.
Playoffs and competitive for a Super Bowl.
Yep. Next one, 12-14 to get to the AFC Championship here. To get the AFC Championship here again. Okay. That's a good one.
Okay.
If the Patriots can go, this is the next one. If the Patriots can go from 3-14 in 2024 and bounce back to a 14-3 record last season, I know the Raiders can do it next season with a rookie because basically Drake May was a rookie. He got hurt his rookie season, if anyone remembers. So those short changes, I'm a real Raiders fan. Really? Okay.
Sounds like my brother.
Let's see. Then we've got a good one here. Right now, only based off the coaching staff, no player additions, 6 wins would be a move in the right direction. I can live with that. This one here kills me because this guy's the same age as me. Been a Raider fan for over 55 years. To me, successful means the Super Bowl, and that ain't going to happen. So this guy's wanting the Super Bowl. Okay? All right. That's awesome. Another guy doesn't get the assignment. He says, this is his response to the how many wins is successful question. Trade Crosby to the Bears for draft picks and Tyler Bagent. That's his response. It's like,
it's not even his name. It's Tyson.
Let's see. One guy says, you guys that are saying 10 wins are delusional. 6 to 7 wins with incremental weekly improvement. Smart guy. I like that one. Let's see. Here's another good one, though. 6+ and no blowouts. I can get behind that. Let's see. 4-13 and not being the laughing stock of the NFL is reasonable. Hey, Bubba, we have a bye week next week. Want to go fishing? I thought we were hosting the Raiders next week. Like I said, a bye week. Let's see. Where the hell are they? There's like a couple hundred in here, so I'm trying to find the good ones that were in here. They've moved around now because there's been so many more responses since I last looked. Oh, these are all good ones up front here. These aren't the funny ones. One guy goes, 2 wins, both KC games. I hate KC more than I love the Raiders. So my response here's my response. I just found it. I said, thanks. This totally gave me a great segment for my podcast tonight. This is great. Let's see. At least 9, but 10 puts us in line for a possibility of a playoff spot. Oh, fucking love me. For the love of God. Being competitive and continuing to improve each week. I want a playoff berth. There is somebody in here we all know, and he kept it realistic. Turf himself put one in here. He said 6.
Oh, nice.
I didn't see that earlier. I just found it. Turf, good job, man. I can live with that one for sure. All right, so now the rest of these people are doing it the right way. They're putting actual numbers and not saying anything else. So we've got some 10 wins. We've got some 11s. 14. We got a 14-win one in here. Let's see, a 12, 8. One guy put 58. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in a row that said 14 wins. Holy
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
12 win. Another guy here says 20. That means we're going undefeated, I take it. Another one with 20. This is what I'm talking about. 12 and 13. He's cutting us short a few games, but okay. 12 and 3. So that just gives you the gist on just how dysfunctional some people are or delusional. I think it's hilarious. I just, yeah. What do you think?
That's insane. That is legitimately insane.
People are fucking stupid. I'm telling you. I don't like calling people stupid, but my God. And they're serious about it. That's the worst part. They're not even like joking, and you know they're not.
No, they're not.
They're
They are not.
100% serious. Oh my God. I just want to see what everybody's saying in here about this. I've seen Lakers win 6, Dodgers win 3, Raiders is all that's left. Yep. Max isn't going anywhere. What's up, Mr. Makes a Lot? Last rated AFC trophy was 23 years ago. Yeah. I love Max, but an elite D doesn't equal wins. Garrett and Browns proved that. Yeah, true. He's not wrong there. And they even got Schlesinger now, too. And you had Grant, Nathan Graham, although he wasn't as good as everybody thought he was going to be. It isn't the attachment of a play for me. It's letting go of a top player when they are so hard to get. Yeah. Well, that ain't going to be the reason why I'm not going to get rid of Max because he built his house. I'm not going to be like, oh, sorry, we're going to keep you then.
That's funny.
7 wins Max. Let's see. Where's the flag? What's up? I voted wins don't matter, which is true. If Mendoza and the defense is looking like there's any kind of promise, I'm happy. Well, I'm going to close the poll on mine. Now that we've had quite a few. So let's see. What were yours at?
All right. Let's see. So 67 wins. So okay, wait, hold on. It went out of order, which is weird because I put it in order. But anyway, so A 10 plus wins in playoffs would got 18%. B 8 to 9 wins 9%. C 6 to 7 wins plus clear development 37%. And D wins don't matter, just build 36%.
So was D the highest?
C was the highest, 6 to 7 wins and clear
Okay.
development 37%.
All right. Did you put it on for both? Or just one?
I think I just put it on for this one.
Okay. So for my vertical, 31 total votes. Let's see. A, 10 wins plus 10 plus wins in a playoff was 10%. B, 8 to 9 wins was 16%. D, wins don't matter, build foundation 26%. C, 6 to 7 wins plus clear development 48% voted that.
Mm-hmm.
On my full, where the hell did it go? What the fuck? Where did it disappear to? It didn't calculate? Oh, here it is. Okay. On my landscape one, A, 10 plus wins in playoffs, 11%. B, 8 to 9 wins, 22%. D, wins don't matter, build foundation, 32%. And C, 6 to 7 wins plus clear development, 35%.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, it was C was the highest on yours, and C was the highest on both of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
That's
at least we don't have a bunch of delusional people that follow us.
yeah, exactly.
The top two were the ones that should be the true answer, really. That's
Right.
what's keeping, the expectations right about here,
and we're not up here thinking, oh, we're going to the playoffs and winning the Super Bowl. Well, we like the guys that had 20 wins. Those are undefeated seasons at 20 wins. That's
Crazy.
17 wins in the regular season, 17-0, and then winning the 3 playoff games, with the Super Bowl included in that. That's You're delusional. If it happens, beautiful, absolutely great. If it doesn't, which more likely it's not gonna, fucking 805. Turf said 6. That's the most positive Turf's been in 2 seasons. Soak it up while you can. Normal Turf will be back once we draft Mendoza. Oh, what's up, Chewy? What's going on, man? No, Bill M. 5 or 6 wins is probably reasonable with the schedule, but 8 would be extra successful. Let's see. I auto corrected it because this ain't a drinking contest show. What did he say?
What did he say?
Did I miss what he said?
I don't know.
Sam, every time I guess wins, we win 10 less. A successful season is not getting swept, which we didn't last year. So I guess last year would be successful. We beat the Chiefs the last game.
That's true.
So basically, the closing message on this is, if you demanded 10 wins right now, you're setting this staff up for fail right before we even have our first game. All right. But if you demand growth, accountability, and identity, that's how contenders are built. That's how this team's going to be built going forward. And we're building something sustainable. Are we building something sustainable, or are we chasing the instant gratification? Obviously, the instant gratification is we have a winning season, we make the playoffs, we might get bounced right away. That's instant gratification. That's what's going to make fans happy. That's what's going to stop them from saying we need to fire the coach.
Oh,
If we win less than 6 games, fans are going to call. They're going to call out Kubiak. They're going to want to fire him. If Mendoza fails or whatever, they're going to call him out too. The Raider fans are fickle and not patient. So, and with that being said, that concludes what is a successful 2026 season. That was fun. I like that. You got your stuff set up?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Now it's trivia time, folks. And I turn the show over to my guy, Nate.
All right. So yesterday on Raiders Connection, on the Raider Connection, Leo kind of put together a game where we have a budget and we pick between Raiders great players, and it kind of got me thinking of who are really the top 50 players in Raiders history, or who are the top players in Raiders history. What does that quantify as? So we are going to play that exact game here.
Want me to add it now?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay.
I might have to switch screens. Hold on. Is this a little better? All the freaking ads.
Oh, fucking ads are ridiculous on that.
The ads are insane.
What the fuck? You know what I feel like I'm looking at? I feel like I'm looking at like one of my kids' fundraisers when they were in school with all the different shit all over the fucking page and everything. It's like, good God.
Yeah, the ad is crazy on here. I don't know why it's so wild. Hold on, let me try to zoom in just a touch. So it's not so ad heavy.
I can do full screen layout. Yeah, I just made it the whole screen. Let me see, how does this look? Nope, too small. We'll go back to full screen. You don't need to see us. I'll get rid of that banner too. Gives you a little more room.
All right, there you go. This should be better.
Yeah, right, Dixon? More ads than Pornhub. God damn.
Oh, God, huh? So, right here, NFL top 50 Raiders of all time. Can you name the top 50 Raiders of all time according to PFF? which is Pro Football Reference. And then the last update was January 9th, 2026.
Okay, cool.
So it's fairly recent.
right.
There's 50 players, of course. You have to name the top 50. We have a 10-minute timer. And let me just get situated so I can start typing before we get
Oh, I
going
see
here.
it. They got all right. So everybody's aware. If you guys can't see it, so it's going to be they're ranked 1 through 50. So who do you think is the number one? And then if you look over on that same line, it gives the position and the years that that player played for the team.
Right there.
All right. So if it's going to be tough for people that are on their cell phones, might not be able to see it, but you'll be able to see the position for each. So basically, in the chat, just start naming off rate of greats. We need the
Do
top.
you want? Okay, that was another question that I had. Do you
Oh, all
want
right.
to
Hold
go
on
in
then.
order, or do you want to just spew names out? I'm cool with whatever, but yeah.
Oh, how about we do this then? How about we start at number 50 and work our way down?
All right, 50-1.
Okay. So we're going to start at number 50. So you read out the number and then the position and the years, and we'll see if everybody can get it, and we'll start from there.
All right, everyone ready? Are you ready, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm not going to name them if I can help. If the chat gets stumped, then I might. I don't know the answers, just to let everybody know.
You will know the answers.
Well, I mean, I don't know them ahead of time, basically.
Oh yeah, neither do I. This is the first time I played it. So, all right. So number 50, it's a tackle from 2018 to present, and so that's going to be Colton Miller. Number 49 is a DB from 1987 to 1997. Who does everyone think that is? Honestly,
Dixon's already putting names out there. Coach said Colton Miller, so Colt Miller was correct.
Mm-hmm. So 49 DB from 87 to 97.
Eddie Alexander, coach said.
All right, Alexander. Doesn't look like it.
Fucking Chewy.
Anyone else? John Cena? Okay. Yep, didn't think that was going to work.
Sam Tonka said Terry McDaniel.
That was number 20.
Wow. He was number 20. Anderson. Eddie Anderson, not Alexander. Yeah, Eddie Anderson. Yeah. You're
All right, there he goes. Eddie Anderson. Number 48, linebacker, 1965 to 1972.
Ooh. Oh, we're going old school.
65 to 72. That's kind of old. That's definitely out of my knowledge range.
I don't know that one.
Any guesses in the chat here? 1965 to 1972.
I have no clue.
You know what? I think we might just move on.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I want people to just start naming names.
I mean, we could do that. I mean, we could all just do that. Grayson?
Coach said Dave Grayson. No.
Not Dick Grayson.
Grayson was number 35.
Number 35.
He close with the years, 65 to 70.
Moses.
Okay, coach said don't skip. So we're going to go in order.
Don't skip. Okay, don't skip.
Atkinson. Checkmate said Atkinson. Nope, Atkinson was number 21. Good
and he was a DB too.
Yeah. This is a linebacker.
Linebacker from 65 to 72.
Ja Raider said Michael Myers. I don't think he makes the top 50.
Yes, Dick Grayson is Robin.
I mean, if Colt Miller is number 50, there's no way Michael Mayer is number 48 or lower. Oh my god, I don't know that.
I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I don't know this one either.
I mean, we can probably.
Let's just skip over. Yeah, let's skip over 48. We'll go to 47, which is a punter from 2000 to 2012, and I'm gonna guess Shane Leckler. Yeah, I did spell it right. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, Coach, I'm stumped on that one. The 65 to 72, and I don't want to go and cheat and look it up.
Yeah, I honestly have no clue who that is. But we'll go on to number 46, and that's a DB from 1983 to 1989. I don't know what the asterisk is for. Does it say? It doesn't say what the asterisk is for.
Could be Hall of Fame. What year is it?
Based on career approximate value status. I don't. So it doesn't really mean anything. DB from 83 to 89. Mike Haynes.
Yeah. Checkmate said
There you go.
Dan Connery.
It was Mike Haynes.
No, but Dan Connery might be the linebacker he's referring to.
Oh.
Oh, Connors.
Nope. Number
Dan
19.
Connors, linebacker, 64 to 74. Same era. All right, you got that.
Okay. Number 45, guard, 1977 to 1987.
77 to 87. Wisniewski? No.
A guard?
No.
77 to 87.
Oh my God. Charlie Hanna?
Nope. I feel like we should have probably done 1 to 50 because it's going to be harder. And we only have 4 minutes now.
Wow, we're already down to 40. Wow.
Yeah. So, all right, we're going back to 1. So, Otto. We're gonna. Oh, look it was Gus Otto, 48 linebacker.
Someone said Gus Otto in here too.
Yep.
Checkmate said it. There it is. Nope. Yeah. Oh, Snob said it too. That's Knobs. SB Knobs. Coach is loving this. He says, "No, I dig this." Well, what's the one above? What's the next one? So we're
all right.
still
So
on
guard 1977 to 1987. I honestly don't know. I might just skip it for kicker 2000 to 2016.
You know what? How about the only one I could think of, Henry Lawrence?
Lawrence?
I think that was the time frame he was there.
Nope.
Because he did what? Really? Lawrence? Henry?
Tackle from 1974 to 86. He was number 18.
Henry Lawrence was? Wow, he's higher up on the list than I thought. Damn, good for him.
Marvin. There you go, Mickey Marvin.
Mickey Marvin. Okay.
SB Knobs.
SB Knobs.
Whatever it is. Okay, kicker 2000 to 2016.
Jeez, we know who that is.
The drunken man himself.
Yep. Checkmate said it. Coach threw out a name.
Okay, tight end 79 to 88.
Coach threw out George Bueller. Bheuler.
Bueller. All right, tight end 79 to 88. Guys, we're gonna have to.
That's Christensen. Can you pause the timer? Or does it pause everything?
It's gonna. You can't see it anymore. As well.
Ah, God damn it! All right.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, definitely Christensen.
All right, we're gonna start at the top. I'm sorry, guys. So this is gonna be Shell.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's gonna. Nope. The guard is gonna be Upshaw.
Upshaw. That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Upshaw. Brown. Guard 89 to 2001.
89 2001. 89 to 2001. Holy shit. Majorna.
How do you spell Bitletnikov?
Wanna
Oh, is it?
Blitnikoff. It's BL, not Bullet.
Wait, okay, hold on. What did you say?
It's Blitnikoff, not Bolitnikov.
Oh,
It's
there you go.
oh no, I was wrong. It's BILEN. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
BILETN
yeah.
IKOFF. It is two F's. All right, I fucked that one up. I was gonna say, yeah, it is. It's Steve Wisniewski. Number 4 is Wiz.
How do you spell that?
It's N I E.
WISNIE.
Remember I before E, except after C.
Yeah, yeah.
70.
Damn, we're
That's
at
gonna be
44
Cliff.
seconds.
Number 9's gonna be number 9's wide receiver 72 to 85. I think I know who that is. Yeah, those asterisks, those are Hall of Fames. Those are definitely Hall of Famers.
I'm trying to save us, guys.
Oh, maybe not, because Woodson's doesn't have an asterisk. Cliff Branch, coach said. That's what I thought it was too.
Yeah,
Linebacker.
well,
Nah, I was just gonna say Rod Martin too.
I mean, to be fair, we started at 50. We should have started
Yeah,
at
we just
1.
started from the top.
But yeah, here we go.
So let's see who we missed. We missed Rod Martin, Lester Hayes, Dave Dalby, Ted Hendricks, Lincoln Kennedy, Don Mosbaugh, Darryl LaMonica, Phil Villapiano, Rich Gannon, Jack Tatum, Clem Daniels, Greg Townsend, Max Crosby, Mark Van Egan, Wayne Hawkins, Matt Millen, Ben Davidson, Namdi, McLaughlin, Barrett Robbins, Sistrunk, Barry Sims, Beaker, and George Bueller. Oh, Coach called them out too. Coach said Bueller. Right here. He called that at 12 o'clock, right at midnight. He called that. Good call, Coach. Nice job. John Ray, the mission fail. We'll get him next time. These time ones are tough because I know we've done these before too, you and I. These time ones can be a bitch. Hi, we're back. Hey, anybody notice the background, how it's showing little lightning flashes and the logo fades in and out? Yeah, Jim Plunkett wasn't on that list?
No, yeah, I seen that.
How does he not make the top 50? Wow. I mean, I can see why he's not in the Hall of Fame, but top 50? He's definitely ranked higher than Christ. Where was Rich Gannon on that list? Was he even on that one?
Honestly, he was, but I don't remember.
Even Derek Carr, with all his stats, wasn't on that list.
Derek Carr was on there.
Was he?
Yeah.
I didn't even see him.
Reading comprehension isn't your highest.
Did I not call his name out in red?
No, because we got him.
Oh, we did? All right. Oh, I agree, Chuck. Definitely. I love Otto, but Gene Upshaw, man, he was just a beast. Yeah, Hendricks was on that list. All the ones with the asterisks were definitely Hall of Famers. If you looked at that list, those are all Hall of Fame guys. Minus a few that are but weren't notated, like Woodson wasn't listed. He didn't have an asterisk next to his. But all right. They put Carr was 11?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed that. That was fun. 10 minutes isn't enough. We needed like 20. Jesus. That 10 minutes went by fucking fast, man. Good
yeah,
Lord.
it did.
Let's see. So we just did trivia time. And anybody have any questions in the chat on anything that we covered tonight? I thank everybody that partook in the polls. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you all. Um, Alex Leatherwood should have been in there, he said. Homer. Definitely Alex. He should have been number one. Number one, well, no, number two worst failed draft pick. Um, so Nate, what do you got coming up? I know you kind of got bit by the solo bug last week. Are you gonna do anything or what?
um, so what I figure what I'm going to do is instead of regurgitating, a weekly thing like everybody else does, I'm gonna do a monthly. So once a month, maybe twice a month, depending on how I feel. It's gonna be at probably the end of the month for sure. To kind of just summarize everything that went on during the month, full of Raider news, so we have a full and complete show rather than just trying to find topics to talk about the entire time. So I'm gonna do that every once a month to start doing my solo stuff, and I'm already starting to work on backgrounds and things like that. So
Nice,
definitely look forward into it.
nice. Well, make sure everybody that's not sub to Nate's channel, get your ass over to his channel. Hit that notification. Hit the sub. He's streaming on his channel right now. Take a jump over there. Do it now if you haven't already. Give him a thumbs up for tonight's show, and make sure you follow him because he does a lot of when the season comes too. He does a lot of stuff. You've done like the pre-recorded stuff that he releases each week.
Hmm.
Do you do baseball stuff at all?
I don't.
You haven't. Just because you don't.
I don't. I was also thinking I might do that. Um, during like for my once a month. I didn't know if I wanted to do specifically Raiders stuff or do just kind of sports in general. But we'll see. I guess we'll see how it evolves. But
Well, you know what? You're knowledgeable about football and definitely baseball. I mean, you know your Angels and everything. I
mhm,
I mean, do it with the same LV rate of 10 thing, but I don't see why you shouldn't incorporate baseball. Baseball's going to be starting up real soon.
yeah, I'm
You
excited for
know,
it.
do something like that. Don't pigeonhole yourself to Raiders stuff. So you broaden your
Right.
horizon. That's why I changed the Friday night thing where it's open to any and all fans. It's not necessarily
Hmm.
Raiders. That's why we shifted on Saturdays to do a strictly Raider phone calling. So just Raider fans on Saturday nights. So yeah, so make sure everybody checks out tomorrow night. No Huddle, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's open to all fans of all 32 NFL teams. So if you know anybody that's a fan of one of the other teams in the league, send them my way on Friday nights. The phone lines will be open tomorrow night. The phone line's open now. If you want to call and leave a voicemail, we will listen to that tomorrow night. And then Saturday night, you'll have myself and Jason Downs at 10 o'clock Eastern time, Pacific, Eastern time PM, 10 o'clock at night, doing the Raider voices. So, and that'll be an open phone line call also. So, you got anything?
That's it.
Well, again, thank you everybody for being here, and a shout out to all our moderators on both channels. Appreciate you guys for keeping everything steady and clean and putting our our links up there too. And congrats, Chewy, again on your 500 subs, man. Congrats, brother.
Definitely.
So until next time, everybody, as we always say, stay safe and go Raiders.
From the tailgate smoke to the late night post, best cash in the game. Raiders coast to coast. Click that play, let it roll. Silver, black in my soul, got 401. Righty to Jeff, breaking plays, taking notes. That chef, film on loop, he stacking stats, calling out schemes, exposing gaps. When the line holds, when it don't, he said what they scared to quote. Raiders coast to coast, that's the show I trust the most. From a bay down to that post, we riding, we riding. Raiders coast to coast, if you bleed that silver ghost, get subscribe and raise a toast. We riding, we riding. in, bring that flame. Live from the desert, loving this game. Stories from the stands, from the strip. Heart in the huddle every trip. They debate it, never fake it. Caught a draft pick, celebrate it when the shield shine bright on screen. You can hear the whole fan base scream. Let's go! Let's go. Raiders coast to coast. That's the show I trust the most. From the bay down to that post, we ride it, we ride it. Raiders coast to coast. If you bleed that silver ghost, then subscribe and raise a toast. We ride it, we ride it. We're the whole Coliseum to the lights where we see them YouTube on. That's the spot for the real talk. Real plot forward, rid of Jeff, LV with rid of 10. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Play that episode again. Raiders coast to coast. It's the show I trust the most.